Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the digital asset investor, and baseball season in the fall is finally over. It has been a rough fall. Fall is tougher on me with two boys than the spring is, or at least this fall was. I had two sports going with each of them, and it was really tough. I had the older one doing cross country and baseball, and then I had the younger one doing soccer and baseball. And so I'm tired, and I've been the digital asset investor 2 times a day pretty much through the fall. And so I am worn out, but I do want to brag on both of my sons have really come along in baseball because we work so hard at it. But I want to highlight my 6-year-old. Now, I've told you that XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created. And I told you this morning that C3_Nick is that I crowned him the greatest. How did I word it? It's kind of funny. It's funny, but it's true. The greatest digital asset Twitter influencer ever created, I think is what I named him. So anyway, don't forget that. And now I'm going to crown the third. I think that my 6-year-old might be the greatest opposite field left-handed batter, the greatest 6-year-old opposite left field batter in the United States, and if not the world. For those of you that have never heard me talk about it, when I have a 12-year-old and I have a 6-year-old. When my 12-year-old was 7 years old, I made the decision that I was going to make him the best baseball player I could possibly make. Part of this is because I'm an eccentric guy. And so what I decided that I would do, and I learned along the way the right things I needed to be doing, or what I think are the right things from my observations and from taking lessons. And what I summarized as the right things to do was that 3 times a week, year-round, from the time my 12-year-old turned 7, and he's done this, and my 6-year-old picked it up when he turned 5, the day he turned 5. So what we do is 3 times a week, and I'm not exaggerating, year-round, 3 times a week. Both of them hit 1 bucket of balls filled to the top off of a tee, because that's what even major leaguers do. And they hit 1 bucket of ball that I throw to them. And then I throw both of them 10 ground balls, and I do throw 10 times to them and throw them 10 my 12-year-old is a first baseman, so I throw him 10 balls as hard as I can in the dirt in front of him. And then my 6-year-old, I throw him 10 ground balls as hard as I can. And then I throw him 10 fly balls because he's learning how to catch. Well, I started my 6-year-old because I was already doing it with the 12. The 6-year-old started 2 years before the 12-year-old. He started when he turned 5. And I just watched my 6-year-old go through an entire fall ball season. And this kid is unbelievable. He hits in the major league, when you go all the way to the major leagues, they want opposite field hitters. We use as our model Freddie Freeman. My 6-year-old is the only opposite field hitting 6-year-old I've ever seen, and he hits opposite field all the time. Enough bragging on my son, but he blew me away, and I'm really just telling you how blown away I am. This kid at 6-year-old in a 6 to 8-year-old league, he was probably more consistent than just about all of the 8-year-olds. He finished the season batting somewhere in the 750 to 800 range, and I'm not exaggerating. Anyway, I'm done with that. That's 4 minutes of talking about my kids. I try not to do it too often, but every once in a while I can't help myself. What I'm showing you here on the screen, my mother this morning, and this is a topic I haven't really zeroed in on, but I'm zeroing in on it today because it's an opportunity for one of you listening. And I titled this video, Ripple XRP ATM Opportunity, because I get a lot of people that a lot of times when I say things that are inspirational, I have a lot of especially young people out there that come to me and or they'll send me emails and they will ask me what I would do if I were them at a young age to try to go and make my way. I'm about to give you away. You're talking about an opportunity in those hills. And if any of you listening to this do it, I want you to send me an email or send me a message on Twitter, and I want you to tell me that you're pursuing this, because I will highlight you, because you will be helping everybody in this community. So, moving along, my mother sent me 4 pictures this morning. She was in Beaufort, Georgia, which is north of Atlanta. She sends me this picture. Now we've all seen the articles about Bitcoin ATMs and different things like this. But this, and I've of course told my mother about Ripple and XRP and digital assets and all of this. She knows, she listens to my channel. Well, she called me and sent me these pictures this morning. She said, I was in a gas station, a BP in Beaufort, Georgia, of all places, and they had a Bitcoin ATM. And so she sent me the pictures, and I want to share them with you. By the way, because and the reason I want to show them to you is we can say that the world is about to change all we want, but I'm going to show you the pictures, okay? For years, you've gone into these places and you've been able to buy your lottery tickets or go to an ATM machine. And now this right here says Bitcoin ATM in the window. And this particular Bitcoin ATM was a Bitcoin Depot. That's the brand name. And I'm going to show you their website in a second. Now, on this particular ATM machine, and this is where the opportunity is, boys and girls, this right here only did, I believe it was Bitcoin, Ethereum. You could buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think it had Bitcoin Cash. I'll look at their website as we go along and we'll see if we can drill it down. And so these are the pictures that she sent me about, and these all show you can, that would be a $79 person. They're doing a $3 fee. This, my friends, is the world changing right before your eyes, walking into an actual store. Okay, so this machine was done by Bitcoin Depot. All right, I think I had 4 of them. Let me make sure. Yeah, I showed you the 4. Now, so I decided that out of curiosity, I wanted to see where there were other Bitcoin ATMs, and so this is a website that I found called coinatmradar.com. If you want to go check this out, and you can see where all the ATMs are, and it says there's 179 of them in Georgia, and then it shows some of the currency, the digital assets that are supported. And so I went back, and I remember a while back an article about how the ATMs in Japan, you're able to convert XRP into cash in seconds with the ATMs in Japan. And so what I assumed was that they now had ATMs where you could go and you could buy XRP in Japan. Well, so I went and looked, and I could not find an article where you could actually buy XRP at an ATM, even in Japan. And there are no places that I'm aware of. I have not been able to find any ATMs where they have XRP yet. But as I tell you all the time, it's just a matter of time. And therein lies the opportunity. Okay, moving along, I wanted to show you. These are a couple of the Bitcoin ATM companies. Some of you may want to get in this kind of a business. I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be thriving in the next few years. This is Bitcoin Depot, and it's bitcoindepot.com. Okay, here's one of them. And then there's also Genesis Coin, which does Bitcoin ATMs, and these are their ATMs. Well, I went and typed in Ripple ATM, and what popped up is another company that does Bitcoin ATMs called Owens ATM, and they have a whole section that's to explain to people that they have demand for Ripple ATMs, but they don't have it yet. And here's what they say. They say a few customers have been inquiring about purchasing Ripple XRP from our ATMs. Unfortunately, due to the complexity of the Ripple software, it's too complicated at this time to integrate into our kiosks. However, we do have a solution. Now, I want to explain to you, this is how convoluted their solution is. But the thing is, this company that sells Bitcoin ATMs is trying to satisfy a need. And the need, and this is how companies are born. This is how businesses are born. This is called opportunity. When you hear that customers have been inquiring about purchasing Ripple XRP from our ATMs, and they don't have the technology and can't do it right now, that, my friends, is an opportunity. And I'll bet you that at some point, someone probably listening to what I'm saying right now is going to solve this problem and make a freaking mint. And I hope you do. And let me know where I can do it, because the digital asset investor will be one of your first customers, and I will help promote what you're doing. But so look at this convoluted thing that they tell you to do. First, they tell you that you can go and you can buy digital currencies from their platform. They tell you to go get a Ledger Nano S, like a hard wallet. And then once you have your Ripple wallet set up like a Ledger Nano S, then they've got then they tell you they tell you that you can go and get you can buy their Bitcoin, Litecoin, or whatever's on their ATM. Then they've got one of the Changely, I think that's how you say that. They've got the Changely app in their website, and they want you to come here and convert the currency the digital assets that you've bought on their ATM, whether it's like Litecoin or Bitcoin, and then you can convert it using the Changely app to XRP. That's their solution. So I'm here to tell you, let's go to their homepage. I'm here to tell you that this, my friends, is what opportunity looks like. And so someone out there, someone who really wants to make a mint, start looking into this Ripple XRP ATM opportunity, because this is what it looks like. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Subscribe, hit the like button. Tell your friends and family that the digital asset investor thinks somebody out there should open a Ripple XRP ATM. Thanks for listening.